What's up? After a lot of positive feedback from the previous episode, I'm back for more. And a slight change of scenery too. But you don't care about that. Here's what I'm irritated about. Remember how I thanked Fade for that great game and showing up and showing some guts and all that crap? Well, now I can thank them for proving me wrong. In the midst of a 4-game road trip that seems more and more like the Trail of Tears, Fade forfeited their game against Pocket Rockets despite showing 5 people. Why? Well, as Temporal put it, we don't want to play against Bronx and have him be a little bitch again. We tried to help out the L and he is a disrespectful prick. That's the last time I tried to do anything for this zone. What? For those of you who haven't followed Fade's recent games, here's where Arcs and Temporal's selective memories strike again. Did Bronx go for some long 4th downs? Yes. But let's play a game I like to call Which is Worse. It's time for Which is Worse. That, or having X Factor send in an offensive lineman with no kicking experience to take a shits and giggles extra point against you. That, or getting unceremoniously mercied by half of the league. That, or having Boise State not only clear number 2 and 3 quarterbacks you and still get the mercy, but do so by going for and converting a 4th and 15 and a 4th and 23. And I'm not done yet. That, or Boise State doing the same on a 4th and 17, 4th and 10, 4th and 14, and going for it on a 4th and 31 while avoiding the mercy and practically handing you a touchdown, like in the aforementioned game. All of that and the one guy you're pissed at is Bronx? Temp, Arc, Honey, Baby, Pookie, if you're going to bitch and moan about unfair treatment, why don't you learn what qualifies as unfair treatment? You know what's unfair? Unfair is saying that your team should get some kind of handicap against everybody else. You want teams to stop going for long 4th downs on you? Here's an idea. Stop them consistently and they will. And I don't condone anything Bronx said in the my dick is bigger than yours arguments that went between him, Arc, and Temporal. But as hard as this may be for you to believe, Fade, you are getting better. Stop asking for handouts and start having your handoffs go longer than 4 yards. The number 4 seems to be very popular this week as EZPN and Boise State had a game scheduled at 8 p.m. on the 4th of July. EZPN2 postponed the game and only has 1 postponement remaining. Now this isn't such a big deal since they only have 3 games left, but how does a game based around American football, played largely by Americans, get scheduled on an American holiday? Yes, there are football games played on Thanksgiving, but the difference is those guys get paid to do that. If you give someone a choice between fireworks or watching some 2D spaceships play Kill the Carrier for an hour, fireworks will win every time. After all, Continuum can't help if its explosions aren't as detailed and colorful as fireworks. And to try and not end on a negative note, there is good news out of the league. Boise State offensive lineman Nimzo became the first person to get 1,000 offensive line yards, now sitting at 1,005 on the season. But if you read the last game report, you already know that. So why am I mentioning this again? Well, here's why. The next highest person on the list is Lucky Boy. He has 936 offensive line yards and has a league-leading 70 blocks. Nimzo has 5. Not 500, not 50, not 15, but 5. One hand, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. All season. That's an average of 201 yards per block. He's the only person with any offensive line yards who has more shields than blocks. He has an average of less than half a block per game. So how did he rack up all those yards? Well, there's only one possible answer. Nimzo is the most charismatic e-football player in the universe. And he only stays in the red car so that other teams won't get destroyed by him. Imagine Nimzo as a quarterback, going 1 for 15 and still mercying the other team. How about Nimzo as a running back, running 23 yards in a whole season and getting 24 touchdowns? What Zoe does on the football field is unexplainable in more ways than one. Maybe he's feeding off that Boise State magic, or hell, maybe he is the Boise State magic. Either way, nice job, Nimzo. Think you could get double-digit blocks before the season ends, buddy? Well, that's all for this week. Happy 4th, I'm gonna blow shit up.